Hi, my name is Borys, and in this video I'm going to show you 5 amazing features in the upcoming Ableton 12.3 update. We've got a brand new, incredibly useful stem separation feature, improved bounce to audio functions, as well as some awesome audio effects upgrades. Before we get into the video, if you like what we are doing on this channel, make sure to subscribe. We've got more content about Ableton coming up. If you'd like to learn Ableton 12 with all the foundations of music production, check out our beginner to advanced Live 12 start to finish course, and make sure to also check out the Everything Bundle Collector's Edition, which includes all of the courses, sound packs and project files in our store. And to see all of that, check the links in the video description. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so to demonstrate all these features, I just have a project file loaded up. It's a minimal techno project called Lights, and let's just give it a quick listen first. Alright, so we've just got this fragment, and I just exported this fragment to a WAV file, and I'm just going to disable the mastering here, so we just get only our export. So it's identical. So I wanted to demonstrate on this clip how you can use the stem separation. And it's actually incredibly simple. You just select a clip. It needs to be an audio clip. You right click this clip. You go to separate stems to new audio tracks, and it just asks you what kind of stems you'd like to extract. If this clip included a vocal, we could also check vocals and it would put them on a separate audio track, but we don't have any of that, so we're just gonna stick with drums, bass and others, which is going to include all of the synths. We've got two quality options. The high quality option, if you are separating stems on an entire track, could actually take up quite a bit of time. We will try out high quality because it's quite a short clip, and let's just hit separate. Alright, so we have 3 brand new audio tracks. We have it nicely folded in a new group, so I really like the way it looks here. So let's just listen to the drums solo. Alright, and the bass. And the others, which is going to be the leads, the pads, basically the harmonic layers other than the bass. I think it's pretty brilliant. Now let's listen to all 3 together. And let's compare this to the source. So yeah, in my opinion, the high quality mode here did a pretty good job, and I think the elements are really nicely separated here. So depending on your machine, depending on if you can actually wait like a minute to have the high quality version finished, yeah, I'd really recommend to try out especially the high quality mode here. You can also try the low quality mode. Let's go to separate stems once again. High speed, that's what it's called. Let's go to separate, and it's going to be quite a bit faster. Alright, so that's significantly faster, and now let's listen to the stems. Oh yeah, I can hear some artifacts right here. So I think it's still quite a nice result for such a short processing time, but let's take a look at some other stems. Yeah, so for the time that it's been processing, I don't think this is a bad result, but to get rid of more of the artifacts, make sure to check out the high quality mode as well. Alright, so the next feature we have here is bouncing to groups. And we've got a bunch of groups here. We can actually ungroup this entire track. Maybe let's also enable the mastering. And for instance, what we have here is the drums group. And not only here, we also have like a very dense drums group and some other sections, for instance here. So let's actually try sort of extracting a top loop from this bit. So we can disable the kick and the clap, and let's listen to what we have. So this could work like a nice loop. And let's just select this area, right click and go to bounce group to new track. As you can see, we've also got the shortcut Ctrl and B. So let's try this out, Ctrl B, and we've got it on a brand new audio track. If we just select this area, loop it and enable loop as well, it becomes just a nice loop we can extend. That's the way you can bounce groups, and you can either bounce them in place, so this is going to substitute the group with audio, or you can do Ctrl B and just bounce to a new audio track. Now, another cool feature related to bouncing to audio is pasting as audio. So we've got a lead here, for instance, this lead right here. So let's say we wanted to work with this clip as audio. It's really simple. You don't need to duplicate this track, freeze and flatten the new track and delete everything but this clip. You basically just need to select an area, hit Ctrl C, get a new audio track. And now on Windows, you just go to Ctrl Alt V, or on Mac, I believe that would be Command Option V. And yeah, we just have this bit as audio right here. And as you can see, it's quite smart as well because it copies the gain automation. We could just delete this and go to -11. We've also got the send also mapped to -12. So that's really nice, and it just makes sure this ends up sounding exactly the same as on the source track. So let's take a look at an updated effect in Ableton. And in this version, we've got the Autopan Tremolo effect, which I personally really like. Let's just test it out on like a simple pad we've got going on here. We've also got the legacy Autopan, so maybe we can load that up as well. So this is the legacy Autopan, so you still had a lot of nice features. We could do like a swirl from left to right. We could also just take the phase all the way down and change up the shape for a sort of tremolo effect. But here in the brand new effect, we've got a lot more possibilities, and I think the UI upgrade as well is just incredibly useful and very easy to just visualize what's going on here. So let's take a look at this effect we've got prepared here. It's basically demonstrating how you can use some additional options here. So let's give it a listen. What we have is basically a very similar thing. If we just remove these two effects, we've got a very simple time-based Autopan. But what's going on with these two brand new effects here? So this effect can also sort of read the gain of your track, and it can add additional parameter modulation based on the gain of your track. So for instance, when we have this bit right here, when the track is louder, we can sort of signalize that, hey, we want some modulation. So we've got attack time. So whenever the Autopan effect detects an onset, so whenever it detects that a sound has started, it's just going to reset the attack. So we get a subtle effect at the beginning of each of these chords. And then also what we have is dynamic frequency modulation, which basically means if we crank it like this, it's going to increase the speed or decrease the time here. And when the gain lowers, it's just going to return to the default speed. So let's just give attack a listen. You can see it visually that it just doesn't bounce right to the maximum values. If we increase this, is going to be more obvious. And if we take a look also at the frequency modulation, yeah, so it's quite obvious that it's much faster when the attack is detected. So I think these options are really nice. A lot of features also overlap here. And the cool thing now is that you don't have to do this. You can just switch into Tremolo, and we've got the triangle wave by default, which is also nice. And what I love about this is not only that you can still use the attack time and the dynamic frequency modulation, but we've also got two options here. We've got harmonic tremolo mode. So this sort of splits your signal into two bands and does a different tremolo effect on both. And here we've got a vintage tremolo mode, which I think just sounds incredible. So let's take a listen to it without the vintage mode. And let's enable vintage mode now. I really like this vintage mode. This Autopan Tremolo is a really simple but incredibly nice update, and I really recommend you guys to mess around with the brand new Autopan Tremolo effect. Alright, so another really useful update is the A/B comparison mode, and this is actually right now built into all of the native Ableton effects. So let's take a look at the master track, and for instance, let's right click on the saturator and you will see two new options. So you can compare switch to B or compare copy A to B. So you can imagine that in every effect that is native to Ableton, you've got sort of two tabs. This is the A tab, which is enabled by default, and you can also switch to the B tab. And now it just says saturator B. And we can set, for instance, a much higher gain here, so increasing the drive, and I'm just going to turn down the overall gain because this is going to be way more distorted. And you can then go back into A and just compare these two effect states. So this is really easy to do, and you can also switch between two effect states with P. So on Windows, I believe Shift and P is going to switch to the B section and back to the A section. So if you just select, click Shift and P, you go to B. This is incredibly useful when you, for instance, want to just A/B an effect to make sure that it's actually doing good for your track and not just destroying your processing. So of course, this is a very exaggerated example. So for instance, we can try some more aggressive compression. Let's just compare the default state to the more aggressive one. So the A/B comparison mode can be also used like for a blind test. You can just click Shift and P a bunch of times, close your eyes and test whether the first option you hear is better or whether the second option here is better. And this is often going to be more beneficial for your track because you're not judging the result by what you see on the screen, but instead you're just fully relying on your ears and choosing the effect setting that is genuinely better for the track. All right, I hope you found some of these features useful. Let us know in the comments what you think of this update, and make sure to check out our Music Production Academy with lots of start to finish courses on making tracks in various genres. And if you'd like to learn Ableton 12 with all the foundations of music production, check out the Beginner to Advanced Live 12 Start to Finish course. Make sure to also check out the Everything Bundle Collector's Edition, which includes all of the courses, sound packs, and project files in our store. And to see all of that, check the links in the video description. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, write us a comment, and I will see you in the next ones.